For a long time now, I've been on the hunt for a rolling mill, and they are like hen's teeth. You can't find them anywhere. Wait, is it like finding hen's teeth or pulling hen's teeth? Oh, I got it wrong. It's about pulling hen's teeth and finding a needle in a haystack. I haven't been able to find one for sale in the UK in the last year and a half.
Well, hang on, can you not just find one without wheels?
Rolling what?
Just like a standing mill.
Oh, that's very funny, Jamie. Not quite it. Imagine you've got two wheels that are turning, you feed material in, it thins the material out. Same type of thing that we saw when we toured Alec Steele in Wales, and we saw them taking their enormous billets, turning them down into smaller billets. Obviously, a machine like that wasn't going to fit in my workshop, so I needed to find one that was strong enough, but also not too big. Well, a couple of months ago, I stopped by a friend of mine in France's workshop, Haute Forge, and he had just bought a rolling mill, and he very kindly sent me the link to an auction when he spotted that another rolling mill was up for sale near Paris. And so, while I was resting up from my hernia surgery, the auction began, and on my phone I was able to bid, and I won it for 750 euros.
750 euros! I gotta go to France!
And so now it's just a matter of getting it back here, and tonight I'm going to be driving down to France and taking the tunnel under the English Channel to get there. Right now it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna start driving down to France at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so we have a whole day to kill. Unfortunately, Rowan, not an engineer, sent me this incredible gift, and it's about time we make something using it.
Demystifying titanium boomerang.
We can do that. I reckon I can get a boomerang out of that.
Can you say it to the computer?
To the computer!
What do you mean? We're literally right here.
You asked me to say to the computer. Look at that! So we have a leading edge and a trailing edge. The cross-section is meant to be kind of like the aerofoil on a plane wing, but since I only have 2mm thick titanium, it's possible that it's too thin for it to do anything. But anyway, we need to go find out. Let's go test through it. And by let's go test through it, I mean Jamie's going to test through it, because I will hurt myself.
See that car over there?
You need to throw it gently
first. See that Volvo over there?
No, Jamie, you're going to throw it gently. Whoa! That one ripped! Oh God. That was scary. There's a child playing football over there. That went far. Well, Jamie, I think we've gone ahead and demystified titanium boomerangs. Let's see what's next.
Unironic bone paperclip.
Don't have any bone.
Forging emergency padlock.
What would be an emergency padlock?
Guitar string knuckle duster. Shocking effective nylon door handle.
I can do that. Conveniently, I now have a sewing machine after our visit to Wesley Richards to make this beautiful bag at their leatherworking department. I couldn't help myself. Look at that beast, Jamie. You know what his name is?
Jack?
No.
John?
No.
Tim?
No. One nylon door handle coming right up. Oh my gosh. Oh, fire alarm went off. That scared the off of me, Jamie. False alarm. Ah, that really hurt my
I was going to say you shouldn't lean on it like that. Shockingly effective.
Shockingly effective indeed. Mild screal ice steel scoops. I'm trying not to forge anything because it'll hurt me. We can make it on machines. One mild steel ice cream scoop coming right up. I'm picking that swage block up with a perfect ice cream scoop shape in it.
Wow, it's like it was made.
I almost forgot about that, Jamie. That works way better. God, who would have known? One forged mild steel ice cream scoop, but how does it perform? I think that'll do the job just fine. So now it's time for me to begin preparing for this little machinery moving project for this rolling mill. It was like a company liquidation auction. So an auction house comes in, they sell everything, and then they say, you need to pick this up exactly on this day at exactly at this time. They don't provide a forklift, absolutely nothing. I'm sure it's gonna be utter bedlam there. I've got to get the machine out of the workshop and load it up into a van. Now this is what the machine looks like, and you'll see it's just sat on the concrete slab. Given that the machine is on the ground, I need to be able to get it off the ground. Well, in the picture, the concrete floor looks quite smooth. Now, the trouble is, when there's a smooth concrete floor and you try and get a pry bar underneath the machine, you can't get any purchase to start lifting under it, which is exactly why, given the opportunity, I like to design my machine bases so there is space for a toe jack to slip right in, or at least a crowbar first. In order to get the machine lifted up enough that we can slip the crowbar in, I'm gonna need some sort of very, very slim steel chisel that we can drive in with minimal effort, given my current situation and not wanting a third hernia. And so the first project of our prep is making that long chisel, or wedge. I guess it's a wedge, technically. Take a little bit of grinding, clean that up, should be good to go. Next, let's load our new trusty steed with kit.
Why don't you just let me pick stuff up and put it in the van?
Oh, yeah, that works too. All right. 1 toe jack, 4 pipes, bunch of slings, big old tarpaulin.
2 loop-de-loops.
This is one of the most important parts of the preparation. See this? Grabber. You want to know why? When you're driving a right-hand drive vehicle in Europe, they would have a left-hand drive vehicle, and you approach a toll, which is very common in Europe, in France especially. Having this grabber is going to allow me to, from my driver's seat, put my debit card on the grabber and then lean over way less to be able to pay for the tolls.
Let's try it out. Ticket needs to bend. Are you
It doesn't work. Right, that was a disaster. All right. Need a basic toolkit, because you never know. Screws, screwdrivers, cutters, pliers, things, wrench, duct tape, electrical tape, measuring tape, angle grinder, cleaner, earmuffs. Hidden secret to machinery moving. Little squares of MDF. 1 pallet, 1 pallet truck. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got to catch an 8 p.m. train. Let's go.
Woo-wee! Let's go! All right, that is the first leg of the journey.
Ugh, that hurt. That's higher up than I thought. This is Folkestone. Apparently the trains are all delayed, so we've got to wait a while, then go over that way and get on a train, go under the sea. The first time I rode on this train in a car, oh my goodness, I was so excited. It's just so cool. So this is going to go underneath the English Channel, under the sea, dug through the rock in like the 80s, I think. So you park up in this train, and then as soon as it starts moving, in about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, you're in France, you drive out, driving on the other side of the road, bish bash bosh. This is an engineering marvel.
Yeah. Now we wait.
Now, because the train got delayed, I was kind of hoping I'd be closer to Paris by now. It is 10:45 p.m. French time. So a couple hours of driving, park up somewhere, sleep in the back of the van, and then it's time to pick up this rolling mill. All right, find a nice quiet rest stop. 2:30 in the morning. Home for the night. Sleeping bag, sleeping mat. So I'm hopefully going to be up at about 6 o'clock. Hit the road. About an hour away from the place that we've got to get to. Going to be dreaming of rolling mills. So I had the bright idea of sleeping in a lay-by in my rental van to save 60 euros on a cheap hotel room. I didn't bring a warm enough sleeping bag, had to wrap myself in a giant tarpaulin, and there was only one thing giving me hope and comfort, and that was the incredible pair of underwear that I was wearing, because they're from our sponsor, MeUndies. Now, things aren't just cool for me, they're cool for us all, because autumn is here. For some reason, I still say gas station, but I can't say fall. Just got a new package in the mail. What great colors. Now, the micromodal fabric is super soft, oh so soft, and fabulously stretchy. Whether you're enjoying the shorter days on the couch, or it hasn't stopped your training and you're still active as can be, I hope you're gonna find these as comfortable as I find them, because they're the best underwear I've ever worn. Now, in time for the spooky season, that's right, Halloween, MeUndies has some awesome designs, including glow-in-the-dark underwear, and so be ready to get spooky this season, not just on the you know, fancy dress, but also you need spooky underwear. So please go to meundies.com/forge, where you're going to get cracking deals up to 50% off. Be sure to use code FORGE at checkout, and also be sure to check out their awesome range of loungewear, as well as a full range for the ladies. Again, up to 50% off at meundies.com/forge using code FORGE at checkout. Right, it's time to wake up.
That was not a good night of sleep. 6 a.m. Up we go.
All right, this is the building. This is the workshop that got liquidated. So I think what they used to make here was bearings, like thrust bearings, different things like that. It's so sad, you know, family business, it's probably gone under, and then just everything got sold. Loads of CNC machines, some of them got sold for kind of decent normal money, but then a lot of equipment that is just so rare, obviously custom built for this factory, sold for nothing. We're just in the outskirts of Paris, tons of other kind of industrial stuff around. Bloody hell. All the way in the back corner. Aha! Super, merci beaucoup. All right, this is gonna be a bloody journey. Here is the rolling mill. She is an absolute beaut, but power up there. They want me to go on a ladder and unplug that power up there, but we've got to find out where the electricity is. So I don't know if this thing works or if it's powered on, so. Oh, okay, it's got power. It works, that's good. We now just got to get that to not work. Just marginally panicked at the moment. Oh, I don't want to have to go up a ladder, man. An absolute legend here just got this off there for me. And look at this amazing French system for powering a workshop. It literally plugs in. I didn't have to unwire anything. He went up the ladder for me, he got it down. Amazing. What lovely people. Right. There we go. Yeah, we're getting her unstuck. Standing on the right foot, left foot in. Toe jack. One bit of wood, lowering it down. Oh, it's built for it, baby, look at that. Because it had the block past halfway, it's now lowered back over there. Goes straight into the toe jack. Now this rolling mill was also for sale. I don't think it sold. They tried to sell it for 300 euros. But I didn't buy it because I don't know if I had the weight for it. I might regret that. Now's a good time for, oh, that's so much better. They put the lights on. Woo! 22 inches, 22 inches, all right. Bloody hell, it's a mess under there. You can lower it onto the 2x4s. All that I should have to do, now push the pallet truck in. Does it go under far enough? Oh, golly. Kind of goes far. I don't know if it goes far enough though, we'll find out. Pay close attention to how she lifts here. Whoa. Alors bonjour, c'est Loxane? Ouais, je pense bien c'est pour moi, Loxane. Okay. Super, je l'ai trouvé. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Bonjour. Merci beaucoup. Voilà, c'est tout bon. Voilà, merci beaucoup. Merci. All right, back to work. Whoa, that does not look good. Everything's all twisted and messed up under there. Not good at all. We have to go sideways, I think. Feels fairly stable. My life. Those wheels are so filled with junk, it's not rolling. Merci. Right, I'm now in the forklift, and what I've got to do is I've got to get the machine off wooden blocks and onto a pallet, which sounds easier than it actually is, but fortunately it's a little bit longer, so it's going to be able to extend over the pallet. I can put it on blocks, toe jack, bish bash bosh, and I think it'll work. There's nothing like moving machines for getting the adrenaline flowing. This is really good fun and probably awful for my hernia recovery. Boom, forks are out. We've got space, straight forwards. All right, up we go. Merci beaucoup. Here's the plan. I've got a toe jack under that side. I'm gonna pick it up. It's going to pivot on those blocks there. I'm then going to be able to hopefully get the forklift out, drop the pallet jack down so that it lands on the pallet, flip it around, do the same thing. Oh, we got the system, let's go. Bish bash bosh, looks pretty good. Grab a sling, like this through there, like that up there. Boom. Now that it's touching the pallet here, but it's up there, got a sling through this. Now this all looks super meaty, so I feel fairly confident pulling on it. I'm gonna lift up there, get the blocks out, it'll be down on the pallet, center of gravity as low as possible. Yeah, baby. yes.
Slowly, slowly, let's go. Oh, that's gonna be so close. Oh my goodness, we could not have got a smaller van for that.
Yeehaw, look at that view. 300 ratchet straps later. Let's go! It looks a little bit different when you're going back with goods. End up stuck around all the freight. Because I didn't have any stuff when I went into France, I went like a passenger route. But then to go out with this machine in the back, you have to go with all the big boys and had to do all sorts of expensive paperwork, which is delightful. Just waiting to go through passport control. And then I think we end up on a very different train to the last train we were on. I mean, it still goes underneath the sea and all that, but we'll see. Just had a delightful disaster. What an idiot I am. I typed in my registration wrong. So at the check-in thing over here, I'm like typing in the confirmation number from the email. It's not working. They've got to send me around to like a different parking. I got to go speak to people, and it takes us like 10 minutes to work out I typed in my license plate wrong. Smart. And then now I'm in this queue of more lorries. So I'm going to wait in this queue for a while, and I just saw a sign that said it's going to take 2 hours for us to get to England from this moment. It means I'm going to wait in that queue for an hour and 15 minutes. 15 minutes of boarding, 35 minutes odd actual trip under the tunnel. At last we're moving! Alright, and then this time we get out. Boom! Made it back to the workshop. Right. Doesn't look like it's moved. Welcome to your new home.
What time is it, love?
10:03 p.m. We're doing this now because I have to get the rental truck back at 8:30 tomorrow morning. I think I'm moving the van more than the rolling it. Momentum, momentum, momentum. Go. 30 hours door to door, workshop to workshop, and I've got the machine here. Not a bad little trip to France. You get to put the thing in and get it running tomorrow morning.
Right, it's all well and good getting a new machine, you know, rolling mill you want or whatever, but where on earth are you going to put it? There's no bloody room in here for anything else.
This is a very good point. What I think I'm going to do is I think we're going to put it here. Oh my goodness, it's so much bigger now it's here. What have I done? Ta-da! So now we have it sitting on 4 MDF blocks, which means we can very easily get a crowbar under it, which means we can very easily get a toe jack under it if we ever need to move it. Never bought a machine that came with so much cable. Moment of truth. Because this is a 3-phase machine, if I got one of the wires the wrong way round in the plug, it's going to roll backwards. We need to roll forwards. So, turn this on. Okay. Oh, yes! First time. Oh, baby. So what you'll see is both rolls, top and bottom, are rotating. And they're rotating in the same direction, so you feed things through, thin them down.
Do you put something in it?
Don't know what to put in it.
Some hot steel?
Ow! All right, we need to figure out how this thing works. Also, would like to say, the chaps that ran this factory in France, they did a great job maintaining it. Now, you see there is a screw here. Spinning this, turns these gears, turns that screw. Pretty self-explanatory. But what's interesting to me is there are gradations on these plates, and maybe that's a truing thing, Like you use that to work out if the wheels are parallel, because my assumption is that it is this dial to actually measure how much we're changing the height of this thing. Let's see what happens if I spin this. If I turn this that way, I can see that roller goes down. If I turn it that way, the roller goes up. But now what is this doing? Is this a fine adjust that is somehow disconnected from the big wheel?
Look. When you move that,
Yeah.
it moves everything in here. Like, it comes forwards and backwards.
No. I know how this works, Jamie. If it's pushing that backwards and forwards, it means, okay, we pull that down, and then by pushing here, you're pushing on one side, the short side of the triangle. You can then really finely control how far down the rollers get pushed additionally. That's got to be what it is, right? Let's lift it up nice and good. Oh, this is cool. We're going to be able to see what the maximum thickness we can put in there is as well. No! That's detached. Look, Jamie, you can see daylight through there. I thought the lead screw was connected to this. It's not. It just pushes on it. And then down there are two coil springs that push it back up. That's our maximum thickness, Jamie. Approximately 1 Alec index finger. I would have asked for a little bit more than a finger. A couple inches will do me fine. We've only got a finger. This is some 20mm bar. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Look at it go, Jamie! Yeah, baby! And then I turn the top handle some more. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. You see, it's putting a curve on it. My initial thought is that had something to do with like the heat that we're wicking out. But what if that dial is to do with the curve that it makes? Why did I not just leave it as it was? Why did I have to go fiddling with things? Got some more flat bar to use as a test. Let's see how these bits go. These ones started life straight, so we'll see if this is any better. Okay, I think we found the issue, guys. As soon as it gets a bend, the bend just exacerbates.
Oh, it's bending.
No!
Well, it's a super bend.
Wow, that's a lot of bend. Why did I have to fiddle with the technology? You know what is good though, Jamie? There is reams and reams and reams of manuals and technical data and troubleshooting guides all over the internet for this exact machine. That's a joke, that's not.
I know.
There's nothing. You know who I could ask though? Will, because he's got one and it's actually almost an identical size. Let's see what it does to a big, chunky copper steel coin. I just annealed it. My poor coin. You see the impression it's leaving on the rollers? Now it's getting squishy. Woo! It looks like when you stretch out a Photoshop image. I just got a call from Will. Hello, Will.
Howdy, Alec. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for calling me. I presume this is after my query on the rolling mill curving fiasco. It's making things curve upwards.
Upwards. Yeah, so I had Nolan, our electrician, put that forward and back switch, and it'll get curly when I push it in, like it'll either go up or down, but then I'll drag it back out usually, and the pressure of you pulling on it when you're dragging it back out is how you get things like pretty straight.
Okay. So you don't have like an adjustment that pushes the top mechanism in and out?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll keep investigating then.
Well, good luck. Those things are ridiculously fun.
I'm just squeezing out one of my copper steel coins, and it's currently like 8 inches long. It's so much fun. Hey, we should do a steel versus Stelter sometime.
Only if you want to lose.
Ha! There we go. Right, see you later. Bye. It didn't seem to ring a bell for Will, so my assumption is that little small hand wheel must be fine-tune adjustment for really dialing in where the wheels are. And the curving is maybe just how it sometimes goes. Maybe it's natural to have a little bit of a curve. This is incredible. That's a 31-inch or 80-centimeter copper coin. So the hope for this machine is to use it when I'm forging Damascus, just before we finish forging out some of those flat sections. It's going to be so good to be able to run it through here, make consistent thicknesses before we go to the milling machine to clean it up for restacking. So it's going to help efficiency to no end in that regard. It's going to be great when we're making knives. It's going to be great when we're making swords. All sorts of projects that are ever going to need a consistently forged flat bar, this is going to be amazing for. And there is a secret project that I have been working on. And by working on, I mean has been rattling around my brain for the last year that this may or may not be absolutely essential for, and I cannot wait to get stuck in trying it with you guys. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you to MeUndies for sponsoring this video. Go check them out. Get your new favorite underwear from them. The link is in the description. Bye-bye.